G'day guys, and welcome back to another podcast by Mining Store. In this podcast, I'm going to be going through the power of a community, trying to understand for people out there who are a bit newer to cryptocurrency why communities are so important and why you see so many communities being formed to support coins. And just giving a bit of an understanding, I suppose, from my perspective, how I've found being involved with the community and what can the major advantages be of that. So I suppose, the reason why you see a lot of community involvement with these projects that are in the cryptocurrency industry, as opposed to, traditional companies set up, like BHP or, some of those blue chip stocks that you've heard of, Rio Tinto, some of the mining ones. The reason why that you see a community being formed in the cryptocurrency side is most likely due to this nature of decentralization. It's equal involvement. A lot of the companies in cryptocurrency that are being formed are based on open source technology, so anyone can actually contribute towards the technology that's being pushed. Technically, there's no real CEOs of these companies. If a group of people united together and had a better vision than the original owners of the cryptocurrency, and they started pushing out what you call new code onto GitHub, and the majority of people out there decided, we actually prefer what these new guys are preaching, then these people can actually, I suppose, take over and be the leaders of that community. So these leaders are usually what you call developers, and that's what you'll see happen when a fork happens in a coin. If the overall consensus or theory or the reason for the coin existing, if that reason, I suppose, changes and there's a group of people that get together and push that change, that's when you can see a fork happen. So that just gives you a little bit of an understanding of why community is such an important thing within cryptocurrency, as opposed to the traditional system where you've kind of got the CEOs and the smart guys that push out these publications. Nothing against that, by the way. That probably sounds a bit of a negative connotation, these smart guys, but that tends to be how it's done. There's people out there with these qualifications, and they're pushing these ideas, as opposed to these crypto communities where everyone's getting involved, and those that have legitimate say and have merit behind what they're doing are rewarded in return for that. So that's probably enough of a comparison between the traditional system and cryptocurrency systems, and the reason why community is a little bit bigger within decentralized system, and that's simply because it's open source and anyone can contribute. Tying that back to Mining Store, we have very similar values. So when Cal, my business partner, and I started Mining Store, that was one of the first things that we established within our business. We built a community for people to come, share their ideas, ask their questions, help each other out, and that's run through our Discord community channel. So within there, there's people that are blockchain developers. There's people that are business owners. There's people in there who are coders. There's people in there. There's a whole range of people who've been in the financial industry for years on end. There's a whole range of people in there, and resources that you can pull from, and basically, it's important to get involved with these communities, because if you're trying to do things on your own, you're usually going to miss out on a couple of things or misunderstand things. So personally, what I've found with being involved with one of these communities is that, you may see something happening. For example, if you're trading, and this happened to me early days, I was trading on a coin called Neo, and, I thought everything was going great. And then all of a sudden it started kind of almost hitting the floor in price, and I just had no idea why. And on reflection, I wasn't really involved with the Neo community. I didn't really know what was going on there. But if I was, I would have seen that event coming up from weeks ago. So everything might have been smooth sailing from an outsider's perspective, I suppose. But being on the inside, those answers should have been right there in front of me. So I suppose that's what we try to do as a community at Mining Store. We try to keep everyone ahead of the curve. We try to keep everyone up to date with the best mining equipment, the best coins to mine, the best coins to watch, BTC price, what's it's doing, what's going on in the market, what do you need to watch out for, the big news events, who's adopting cryptocurrency, all these kind of things are really shed through our community. And it's no credit to myself and Kel as the owners. It's really credit to the community itself. Everyone brings their value in. There might be a couple of weeks there where I not really talking in there, but the community is still flowing because of all the people that are involved with it. So yeah, strongly recommend that if you aren't involved with a cryptocurrency community already, that you do get involved. We've merged with a group out there called Nuggets News. They have really, really similar community values to us. I pretty much run one of the mining channels in there and educate their community on the values of mining cryptocurrency. There's heaps of communities out there. I'm not saying that Mining Store is absolutely the best community out there. There's heaps of them out there. But basically what I'm saying is that you should get involved with them. It's the best way to learn about cryptocurrency. It's the best way to keep on top of the market. That's pretty much what I wanted to go through on this community. Just the power of community, why it is such a known thing or such a special thing in cryptocurrency. And hopefully that gives you guys a bit of an insight of what we're about as well. Would love to see you guys come and join us in there. We've had an enormous amount of people come across recently. Don't know if it's because of the podcasts that are getting out there or not, but it's definitely been good to get you guys on board. So looking forward to more of you to come across.